Hey, good evening, everyone. Bring up my live chat. See how we're going. Alrighty, just give it a few minutes. Wait for some people to join in on some Saturday night fun. Give me a shout out in the comments if you're with us. Not sure if I can see one. Do-do-do. Mhm. All right. Oh, I can see Michelle's popped in. Good evening, Michelle. Happy Saturday. Having a bit of trouble viewing on my Facebook, so just bear with me for one more moment. See if I can't fix this. There's always some kind of tech issue, isn't there? There we go. All right, there we go. Back in action. Good evening. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm really well. I hope you're doing well too, lovely. It's been a bit of a rainy day here, but still beautiful nonetheless. And I got to go for a bit of a bike ride, so that's always good. Awesome. So we've got a few people watching. So I'll kick off. Thank you for tuning in tonight. So for those who don't know me, my name is Tegan Graham, or I also on social media go by Gold Moon Creates. I am one of the Natalie May scrapbooking brand ambassadors, and I'm really excited tonight. So I did a double live with Naomi, I think a week ago or so, and we were talking about a new product that's come in that I haven't had a chance to have a good play with. So I sort of said I'd circle back and let's have a look at it together. So I'm talking about the Dina Wakley Media Gloss Clear Gloss. So it's an acrylic medium spray, and what it's designed for is for anything that is water reactive to seal it onto your page. But you could also use it as a finisher. So, for example, if you were doing the cover of your journal, this would be a good thing to put over the top of it to seal it all in. So as it sits on your shelf and gets touched and knocked about, it doesn't get scratched and the paint doesn't get affected. Hello, Miss Peggy. Oh, I'm so excited you've joined us tonight. Thanks for tuning in, babe. I've been loving watching your progress. I can't wait to see what else you've been doing. So yeah, we're going to have a little play. So it's not going to be like a normal demonstration where I'm just going to work on a couple of tags or a page. We're going to do some experimenting together, which is always fun. Um, so it could be a wild ride. Strap in for that. So yeah, we're going to play with the clear gloss tonight. For those who might not already be part of it, please make sure you join the Natalie May Scrapbooking creative community on Facebook. It's where all of our beautiful community shares their artwork, helps each other out, comments, and generally we just have a really lovely time together. So I'll move that out of the way. And what I think we're going to do tonight is play on some tags. You know, I love my tags. Love, love, love my tags. So I'll be using the Natalie May scrapbooking tags tonight. These are the best value tags, I think. I really do swear by them. I think they come in a pack of 20. Don't quote me on that, but you can jump on the website and have a look. Good evening, beautiful Wendy. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. Um, yes, these are Nat's tags, and we're going to have a little experiment. So I've been thinking about what we can do, and I think I want to give it a go. We'll start off maybe with some scribble sticks, which is another fabulous Dina Wakley product. And this is all you do to just separate the tags, just give them a little tug. Um, if you don't like the little bit of paper fluff that comes off when you do that, you can also use scissors, but I do enough to my paper with paints and mediums that that all disappears by the time my product is finished. So I'm not too worried. So I've got my clear gloss spray here. I've only used it once so far. So I'm going to pull out my scribble sticks. Um, maybe this is the new, which is the new set? This is the new set, I believe. I've got all of the sets. I absolutely love my Scribble sticks. But as you know, with Scribble sticks, they are water reactive, which is one of the things that I really love about them. So what that means is when I get some water on a brush or I use an aqua brush, I can water paint the color instead. I can also just put medium, excuse me, down on the page. Goodness. How has everyone's Saturday been so far? Hmm. Excuse me, everyone. Sorry about that. No, I think we might go. Hi, Linda. Welcome, welcome, darling. I'm so excited. Linda and I haven't actually met yet, but Linda's coming to the retreat, and I'm so excited to meet her in person. Very much looking forward to it. Oh, let's get some circles. So these are Andrew's circles. As you can see, I really like this stencil a lot. Have my aqua pen. Oh, that one's empty. Do I have one that's full? Playing Final Fantasy and watching me. Oh, I feel very privileged. I loved your costumes the other day, Peggy. I think it was it Fallout you were dressed as? Loved it, loved it. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, so Peggy's very, very creative. Do you make a lot of those costumes yourself? Okay, so I'm just going to put some water in my water brush. Oh no, I need the top of it. There we go. Good evening, Emily. Good evening, Tina. Oh, me too, Linda. I really am looking forward to it. So there are lots of different ways that you can use scribble sticks, but for purposes of tonight, we're doing an experiment to see if we can seal it into a background and then use the medium over the top. So I think what I might do is just scribble with my scribble sticks. Oh, what a novel idea. So this color I'm using is fuchsia. It is beautiful. My watch is going off, telling me that Natalie May is now live. Thank you, my watch. So yeah, as I said earlier, I went for a beautiful ride today with my husband and darling daughter. We've got a lake that's not too far away from where we live, so we went for a ride around the lake, but got caught in a little bit of rain, and I was wearing my slip-on shoes, and because it had been raining all night too, there was puddles everywhere, so I was pretty soaked by the time I got home, but it was still a lot of fun. I need to juice one more colour to go with this one. This is probably one of my favourite colour scribble sticks. Beautiful dark green. Nobody's surprised that I always go for some kind of green. All right, so I'm just using the stencil as my template. Scribble through. There's something under my paper there. Gonna annoy me. Oh, looks like a kid's colouring in page, doesn't it? Good evening, Karen. Quiet day nail appointment. Oh, Wendy, we're soul sisters. I also got my nails done this morning and then playing in your accordion journal. Oh, with the book girl collages. Aren't they beautiful? I think Naomi really loves like the cocktail hours ladies, but to this day, the book collage paper release is definitely my favorite. So what I've just done now is I've just wet my aqua brush to activate the bristles so they've got water on them. And now, as you can see, I'm just going back over to activate the scribble sticks. So now they're all nice and watercolory. The great thing about them is though you don't need like watercolors, you really sort of do need watercolor paper to get them to activate really well. The scribble sticks, not as much. And you don't have to activate them either if you don't want to. But what you've got to be mindful of, and what we're testing tonight, is if I went over this now with some gel medium or some paint, if I wanted to put some paint through a stencil, it would move the scribble sticks underneath it. but the clear gloss spray is supposed to keep them in place. That bit of rinse. I bought the costume and made adjustments and changes. Oh, nice. Oh, you've had a storm and loads of rain. Linda, yes. I actually, when I was sitting at the nail shop this morning, I was looking at my hands and I was like, oh goodness, there's a lot of paint on my hands and my fingers from some crafting I did last night. So, oh, don't look, I'm ashamed. No, look, see, there's some from last night. You're gonna think that I don't have a shower. I did, I swear. I think that's magicals though. Magicals take a little bit longer to come off. Naomi's got a little trick with her magical hands when she goes and cleans her boys' bathrooms. She said like there's toothpaste remnants, I think is what she said, and she'll then rub the toothpaste over the magicals, and apparently that normally gets rid of it. I want to add a colour. Stop being indecisive, Tegan. Let's add this one. This one is lapis, beautiful blue. I've avoided that so far. Oh, well done. Well done, Wendy. You're doing better than me. I can't believe how quick my nails grow. Um, I have to get my nails done because I'm a terrible nail biter. So if I don't have the shellac acrylics on, I bite them down to the cuticle, and then sometimes I keep biting up onto my skin. So it's sort of necessary for me to have them. Otherwise, I've got horrible bleeding fingers. But I don't like really, really long nails. Like I get frustrated. So I have to go and get them done regularly. Otherwise, I feel like I can't function as a human being. These women that have the super long ones, I don't know how they do that. I really don't know how they do that. All right, I've just added one more colour and we'll activate them with the water brush again. The Ranger scrubbers are good for removing. Oh, there you go. Tidbit from Linda. The Ranger scrubbers. I don't play with my magicals as much as I should. Pretty sure I get intimidated by Naomi's talent. I'm always astonished at what that beautiful woman can pull off with her magicals. And I'm really hoping that this clear gloss spray works because one of the things I think that frustrates me about magicals is that I want to use them for my base layer, but then it's difficult to find something to then put over the top of them, right? Okay, I'm going to hit this with a quick heat gun and we're going to spray it with some clear gloss and we'll grab something else to make a background with. Let that dry. That should be enough. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, look what I've just done. I've just knocked you all around. I'm so sorry. Oh, you just ordered some scribble sticks. Fantastic. I love, love, love my scribble sticks. The other thing you can do with them is stamp something and paint. So let's do that. Oh, let's see what stamps have I got close on hand that can be painted. Oh, here we go. Oh no, we'll go this one. So this is one of Nat's more relatively, I think this is from her last stamp release actually. It's called This Power in Petals. I'm a little bit obsessed with these because they're really, really versatile. So I've actually just spent a day and I stamped like 4 pages of all the different size flowers. And I just spent a day using my Tombos, my scribble sticks, all sorts of things just to colour them all in and fussy cut them all out. So now I've got all of these beautiful flowers on hand for my pages. And then I also got the deli paper and made a heap of collage paper. If you follow me on my Gold Moon Creates social media, you might have seen that. I love the collage papers we can buy, but I also think there's something quite personal about making your own as well, because you can really customize it to your style. You're not bound by somebody else's style. So you might do those two big ones on there. Yeah, beautiful stamp set, isn't it? And then let's go a couple of smallies. Whoop, that got stuck. So these are just the start of backgrounds. So not too worried. I have stuck my finger in ink and then stuck it on my page, but that's okay. We can live with it. We can absolutely live with it. Alrighty. So next thing you can do with scribble sticks is use them to paint in stamps. Let me get one of my other sets out. This is the green I want. Actually, I'm thinking to myself, funny enough, on my bike ride today, that I keep them all in their individual tins, but if I removed this plastic, I might be able to keep all of them in one tin. I'm always trying to come up with ways to solve storage solutions. What am I doing? I'm going to green. Oh, thank you for sharing that link, Linda. You're wonderful. So I just want a little bit of green between my flowers. So I could have absolutely just used a scribble stick. That's a tongue twister. Straight onto the page if I wanted to, like I did with the circles. But can you see the difference in the effect? You can sort of still see the crayon lines-ish. I didn't use a lot of water. If I'd used more water, I could have blended it better. And I don't know why, but I feel like I'm in a rush tonight, and I'm not sure why I'm feeling rushed. But when you use it like this, get on the pedal, it gives you a little bit more of a blended look. So it really does depend on what you're going for. I often do use my scribble sticks straight on paper and then use an aqua brush to activate them. And while I'm finishing this green off, what colours should I do the flowers? Any suggestions? So this is absolutely my preferred way to put colour in a stamp. Yeah. So with the scribble sticks, again, it's a little bit like a watercolor. The more water you use, the more it dilutes the color. So if I want to add another layer now, but I want it to be darker, so we can show you that probably better on the petals, but see how that's much darker in there? Because I didn't have as much water, but if I come in now and add a bit more water, see I'm starting to blend it out and lighten it up. So you absolutely can use it. I'm hoping you can see what I'm talking about, that you can layer a darker color on top to get that beautiful watercolor effect. Down here a bit more. I've just got a little glass palette next to me that I'm dipping into some water as well. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. And I've missed a bit up here. Oh, that's a bit too dark. Hello, Annette. Welcome. Yellow and pink. Oh my goodness. I keep mine in the tin still. I just prefer them in the original packaging. Yeah, see, I agree with you, Karen. I'm a little bit like that. Hey, I'm very storage poor. I do share this craft space with my husband, and I've got this tiny little nook of a desk. It's one of those old style writing desks. You know, like it has the accordion roll down bit. My father bought it from me years and years and years ago. So I'm very limited, and I've got a couple of those IKEA carts around me, but that gets problematic at times too. All right, I'm sorry, Peggy. I just can't do yellow and pink tonight. I'm gonna have to go with some purple. How are you, Annette? It's so lovely to see you popping in. Naomi's here. You're late, but you're here. Thank you, darling. No worries. We all have lives, especially on a Saturday. I was just, your ears might have been burning. I was just telling everyone how you intimidate me with your magical skills and also your toothpaste trick to clean your hands afterwards. And then Linda said that she uses the Ranger scrubbers. Is that what you said they were called? To clean off magicals too, which is also very clever. Okay. Oh, this is a beautiful color. There we go. So I used, I think, a darker purple on the bigger ones. This color is, oh, peach. No, darling. Sorry, sorry, girl. Not tonight, girl. Not tonight. Sorry about that, everyone. She's often my craft buddy. She often just curls up at the top of my desk or to the side, so she can't understand why I'm in her way tonight. Yeah, the dragon disco was tonight. I hope it went well. It's absolutely thoughtful of them leaving all of their toothpaste everywhere for you, Naomi. So now my cat's name is Princess Peach. Now she is sitting on my shoulder, making this really difficult for me. But that's all right. We can adapt, can't we, darling? Um, she's a very snuggly cat, but sometimes, oh look, I should have put some green down here. Um, she jumps up when I've got like paint or a glue going on, and then I find I think we had little green paw prints all over the floor the other day, and I thought, oh yeah, that's when she jumped up when I was making that page. Got it all over the place. She just wants to paint too. No, thank you, darling. So another thing I love about the scribble sticks, like I'm not being real careful here. Hey, I'm not purposefully trying to go out of the lines or anything, but I'm also and this type of stamp set as well that Nat's provided in then there's power in petals leans it to that more not perfect preciseness. There are absolutely some stamps where I will have to pay a bit more attention. There's some that are not. So I just want to darken up in here. So I'm just going to go over with another layer. It's a bit darker. Get a bit more water on the brush and then blend it out a bit. Just to give a little bit of, what's it called? Ombre effect, I think it's called. Love the purple. I'll say hello. Everybody's saying hello to you, Peach. She's sitting on my paint now. Yes, everyone's saying hello to you, darling girl. My 17-year-old fur baby is a long hair. Oh, 17. My darling girl is not even a year old yet. I've got two. I think the cat, well, she's not mine. She's actually my daughter's cat. Got her for her 10th birthday. Her name is Blossom. She's a medium hair calico, and she's not as friendly. She absolutely adores my daughter, but not so much the rest of us. She really hates my dogs. Little Miss Princess Peach here has taken well after her namesake. I mean, darling. 17 is a good age, Karen. I know, that's my paint. You can't have it. Just go around here. All right. Oh, I'm happy with that. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm just going to clean my water brush off just a touch. So we've got two tags with scribble sticks, two different ways. One drawn through a stencil. Move them out of the way now. One drawn through a stencil and the other one watercolor brushed through a stamp. So Just moving things out of the way before we spray. I'll just hit this one very quickly with the heat gun. That should be enough. That should be pretty good. Okay, so for those who missed the start or have just joined us that were late, Naomi, that's all right. Doing some experiments with the Dina Wakley Clear Gloss Glossy Acrylic Medium tonight. I'm very, very, very excited. I'm going to get a wet wipe handy as I don't want clogged nozzles. All right, so I'm just going to give it a spray on. Just like that. I'm going to always, always wipe my nozzle. Every spray product you own, always, always wipe your nozzles so they don't get clogged. So my main first worry was that everything was going to move as I sprayed it on. But they look pretty good. This here was my fault. I slid the stencil, so that hasn't happened with the spray. And look at this. This is all still where I left it. That's pretty good so far. All right, I'll just carefully pop them. Well, I can't pop them there because the cat's sitting there. There we go. Pop them to the side. Let them dry naturally a little bit, I think. Wipe off my mat and let's play with something else. Get them dry. All right, what should we do next? Let's do some distress sprays. So I have got Ranger's distress sprays here. So again, anytime something says distress, it means that it is activated with liquid. So what colours have I got? I've got Wilted Violet and Peacock Feathers. I'm going for a bit of a turquoisey purple theme again, aren't I? I think that's exactly what I did last time. I certainly do have my favourite colours, right? So this will be a much quicker background than the ones we just did. And then we'll chuck some clear gloss spray on and see what happens. And we'll start with Peacock Feathers. So spray around. Again, it's a nozzle. I'm always going to wipe it. Let's try stick that first one very well. Layer a thicker purple on. Wipe my nozzle. Oh, look at that. Love these sprays. So I'm just going to move them around a bit to create some interest, and I'll just pop them over here to dry a bit. Blip, blip, blip. Oh, you watch, I'm going to get that purple spray everywhere now. All over the place. So because the tag is bending, it's all moving to the edges. You're going to get a darker edge. So I'm just going to squish it up a bit more like that. You can see here on the edges where it gets darker. They are lovely colours, aren't they? I try not to be a one-trick pony, but once you get into your own comfort zone, right? You know what you know, and then you're comfortable with it. And when we're experimenting, I like to use my favoured colours anyway because I want to see the results with them. All right, next up, let's have a go with some watercolour, watercolour, watercolour. This is my watercolour set. I did buy it off Natalie May's scrapbooking. It is fantastic value. You get 80, 90, 5. Yeah, it must be 90. You get 90 colours, and I think it was only like $50. I've used it a couple of times. I was very clean, as you can see. My other watercolor paint set does not look this clean, but this is practically brand new. I think I've only used it once. So if you're new to watercolors, you just get your spritzer, spray them to activate, aqua pen, or a watercolor brush, which are always these beautiful rounded brushes. When I'm painting stamps, I tend to prefer my aqua brush that's got the water case to go with it because I feel like I've just got a little bit more control and it means I don't have to add as much water. over here. Right, so I'm very excited about this. This is actually a stamp that I made myself. I'll pull it out in a little bit for you and show you if you like. So it's called, oh, what's it called? It's not lino, something like that. So it's like a block of rubber, and I've got some chisel sets that I bought. I might go around here tonight. And yeah, I drew the face on myself and then used sort of a chisel set to carve it out. And this is what it ended up with. So I was actually pretty happy with that. Yeah, dark enough. This tag was just the experiment. I probably didn't put it in the face in the best position. That's right. I can have a play. Okay. I've been playing around a bit more with watercolors. Not just in my journals either. I've been trying to do like little watercolor scenes, and actually, I think I've got one here. It's a little one I did today. Little blossom tree with a bird. Yeah, watercolors are good fun. And very forgiving if you're not, the most naturally artistic drawer. Watercolors are very forgiving for that. Oh, Naomi, thank you for sharing the link, darling. These really are the best watercolors. Natalie has another watercolor set. I don't have it handy in arm's reach at the moment, but it is a smaller set that comes in a blue tin. Um, if you're on more of a budget, it really is all you need because color therapy still applies, right? And you can mix and make your own colors. And I think that one's got like a $15 price point on it. The reason it's not on hand is because I've actually made myself a travel art kit, and that's the watercolor set that I put in my travel art kit, which is over there on my shelf. All right, I'm not going to go too fancy with her. She's just an experiment, so we might leave her there. Wash off my brush. Actually, what we will do, two birds with one stone, hey? Now, where's my plastic? The plastic divider is important because I've wet all of this. It means when I close it together, the colours won't drip into each other and mix. I don't really want that. I mean, watercolours you can clean, but, you know, the plastic divider is there for a reason, so let's use it. The other thing I wanted to test with this gloss spray is if it will seal a Stabilo or pencil. There's a budget with crafting. I also miss that. Naomi and I were actually talking the other day about, and I think I've mentioned it before, how frustrating it is when you just put an order in and then bam, something amazing and new gets posted and you're like, oh, and I always still buy it. All right, so Stabilo or pencil, for those who aren't aware, it's an aqua, what's it called? Aqua reliable. I feel like they're supposed to should say reliable. It does come in a couple of colors. So it's got the black, it's got red, yellow, there's an orange. These are all available from that May. There's a green and a white. I absolutely obviously use the black the most, but you can get it in other colors. So I'm just going to have a blast experimenting. So I want to see if the gloss covers this as well. Might just grab that water pen back, because the other way I use my Stabilo oil pencils is the exact same way I did with the scribble sticks. So we'll do a little patch there, shall we? Let's see if that gets sealed by the gloss spray as well. Who orders today, Peggy? I know, I have not had time to go and have a look at that clearance page. And I'm kind of kind of just holding off to see what the rest of the community buys, and hopefully you buy it all so there's nothing there that I want when I get there. But we all know that's not going to happen. So, but for those who aren't aware, Natalie today posted some more fantastic specials in her clearance area. Um, I believe there's a section now where there's nothing over $10. And I think some of the All Create stamps are like $4 each, which is just like, she's gone mad. That's incredible, incredible, incredible. She's absolutely gone mad. All right, 3 more tags. Feel like they're dry enough for our spray. Here we go. I've been on a strict budget for 12 months. You don't always stick to it, I know. An overseas holiday. Oh, Karen. No, don't tell me that. I don't want to know how much I spend. All right, let's see what moves here with the spray. Look at that. Nothing moved again. So I stamped her face with archival ink, which is not a distress product. It is a permanent ink. So I wasn't expecting the black lines of hers to move. I do have some purple there, but I fear that's more from me not cleaning my mat properly than anything else. Nothing there is moving. How wonderful. How wonderful. So just in case you are interested, this is the stamp that I made. So it's a piece of rubber. I bought it from an online art store. I drew her face in pencil, used some chisel and carving tools to carve her all out, and now I've got a stamp that I created, which I think is pretty cool. I've got another big block of this, and I can't settle on what I want to carve into it. But you know, I can always just go and buy another one, can't I? Move that out of the way. All right, so we'll pop these to the side. And I did not mean to move you again. I'm so sorry, everyone. My heat gun hangs from my recording stand. It's not the best setup. But as I said before, I don't have a lot of space. So I use what I can as wisely as I can. Mm. Wendy, I'm with you, honey. I would be way too scared to add it up. I know why we can go back on Nat's website and see our previous orders, but damn, I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. Alrighty, another test. Distress oxides. You cannot test something that's designed to seal a distress product without pulling these babies out. Oh, let's go some wild honey, maybe. And I already used black. Where's my purples? Mm, there we go. That will do it. So, excitingly, the new mini versions of the distress oxides have been unleashed. So go and get your hot little hands on them before they sell out as well. And also blending brushes. They've released some retractable blending brushes to go with the oxides, which is awesome. Now, I'm just going to check my camera angle. I'm so sorry if I've skewed you all terribly. I absolutely have, and I've knocked you off your perch. Hang on, get back up. Hopefully that's a bit better for you all. Sorry, guys. Okay, so there's a few different ways, again, that you can put distress oxides on your paper, your product. I think for the purposes of tonight, well, maybe we'll do a couple of different ways. So you can absolutely get a blending brush like this. Open up your oxide, rub around, and rub onto your page. Really nice, I don't know what you call that, like a smoky, chalky effect. I have none of the refills for these, and I think some of them are starting to dry just a touch. Like that, like that, like that. And again, concentrate more on the outside. You can do like a, I always want to call it vinaigrette, but it's not that. It's a vignette. What's that photograph? Photographers editing style, where they're like smoking the sides. There we go. And what I might also do, I have a spritzy bottle somewhere. I'm just going to throw a bit of spritz on that. So, as you can see, distress, it's now going to move. Oh, we're going to seal that in a minute. Those ones have already been sealed. Can't keep up. The other thing you can do to put them onto your page, and I actually really like this way. I probably use this way more than any other. I'm just going to lift up my Lavinia mat for a moment without destroying everything on my desk, hopefully. Not very organised tonight, team. Okay, good job. There we go. So this is the glass mat. This one I think is a silicone one, so I'm not sure whether it was going to work on that. I'm going to just press the oxide onto my glass mat, give it a spritz with some water. I'm going to grab my tag and run it through it. Oh, there was something dirty on here. Maybe we should clean up all this space a bit better. Looks pretty good. I want to layer another colour though, so we'll get the darker coloured purple. I think I might be slightly off screen for you now. I apologise. Won't be long. So I'm just going to dab the purple in on the darker purple to get that beautiful, that lovely marbled effect. So I don't want to waste what I've already put over here. So now I'm just going to press this tag sideways into it. You can, thanks, Naomi. I should, like, we're having an experimenting night. I should have just experimented, right? So this Lavinia mat is new. Lovely Naomi gave it to me because it was excess to her needs, and I've only just stamped basically on it. Oh, I like that. That blended really well. All right, let me just grab a wet wipe. Let's do some more sealing, and then let's wrap some magicals and see how the gloss spray has gone with magicals. That there. Well, I keep bumping you. I'm very sorry. I will stop. Although I do think I said that last time, didn't I? Which I didn't. You had 14 items in your cart prior to clearance. Oh, love it, Peggy. Love it, love it, love it. So these are our distress oxides. Here is our clear gloss spray, which naughty me, I don't think I cleaned the nozzle after my last spritz. Hopefully I did. Okay. Clear the nozzle. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, popping aside to dry. And I've just got tags all around me. I'm in my happy place for sure. All right, going to wipe this down. So with the magicals, for those who haven't used them before, you can absolutely use the heat gun to dry them, but you do get a nicer effect if they dry naturally. So I knew I was going to be doing this experimental live tonight. And with that in mind, I did do a pre-prepared magicals background. And I hate it. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just throwing colours at this thing like I was mad, and then the cat got involved. So this part here that you can see, where there's a bit of brown, which I didn't intend, this was the cat walking through and over the top of me, and it just ended in a mess. So we're just going to have a play. It has also already been sealed with the Dina Wakley, what is it called? Clear gloss spray. What do you use the tags for? Oh, Peggy, 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 Peggy. Um, I use them for lots of different things, but my favorite thing is tag books. So before I wrap up tonight, I can absolutely run over and grab a tag book, and show you what I'm talking about. You can also use them like to put in your journals. Oh, I think we found a winner. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so this is Stanley May's collage papers. These ones are called Collage Girls. And just trying to find a little brush that I like to use to cut by collage papers. That'll do. Oh, you love the colours, Karen. Well, thank you, darling. I'm not sure. I just wasn't I wasn't really feeling it. You can see all the brush strokes from where I gessoed the page. I just got a little bit frustrated in the end. But that's okay, because in an art journal, when we're experimenting, we're learning every step of the way, and there's always ways to cover it. So one of my biggest things with Magicals is I've always wanted to put some collage paper, especially Nat's collage paper with the beautiful ladies and people that she releases. Like, seriously, stunning. Um, but when you add something like a gel medium, which you need to use to stick down your collage paper, it mixes. So all the colours come up and through. So if I put this down on her with gel medium, it would turn her green. I've done it before. I had an Alice page, and we actually had a blackout. And I thought I'd be clever and just craft by candlelight, but I forgot that there was magical on the page, and I ended up with a green Alice in Wonderland. My husband still said it worked, so, no loss, I suppose. Deciding whether to buy some. Yeah, look, Peggy, when I first started mixed media art, I actually really didn't understand the point of tags either. I didn't use them on presents. I know some people do, which I think is beautiful. But the second I started delving into it, the main thing I started using them for was to practice, to experiment, exactly like what we're doing tonight. Um, but then I was like, well, now I've got all these tags with all these wonderful bits and bobs on them. What am I going to do with them? And I started making tag books, which I will show you when we finish up here in a little bit. Okay, so this page has been gessoed, then magical explosion. Hello, and cat. And then I use the Dina Wakley Clear Gloss Spray. So when I feel it, it does feel really sealed. So let's see what happens when we chuck her on. Please let me know if she's starting to go green, because that's ideally not what we want. While I try and find my brush, my gel medium brush. Mm. Oh, good morning from Montreal. I hope I'm not saying this incorrectly. Lamia or Lamia? You might have to correct me if I've gotten that wrong, darling, but welcome. So happy to have you all the way from Montreal. I love our beautiful connected community. How gorgeous. You've been a bit tamer with your orders? Yeah. Oh, um, for the price point, Peggy, Nat's tags are absolutely the ones you go for. If you want to just give it a go, but I will show you. Please don't let me forget to show you the tag books. Oh, now I can see already a bit of colour coming through. So is this going to work? Actually created this background yesterday. So it should be really dry. And I can already see I'm spreading the magical colour. Now, that could be because of the type of gel medium I've used. So what I'm using here is Liquitex. And you can see, I'm hoping you can see the green streaks coming through her face there. So it's absolutely picked up the magicals even through the clear gloss spray. I gave it a fairly decent coat. I really, really did. But I will say, I wonder if I'm picking up something from the side because it's only here and here. Whereas previously when I've tried this, the whole thing has been green underneath. That's why I purposefully made this page quite green and blue heavy, because I thought they'd be the colours we'd see the most. So really, overall, it hasn't changed that piece of collage paper too much. But I think some further experiments are required. What do you reckon? Let's use a different gel medium. Let's go and use Dina's gel medium. Soft gel matte medium. Maybe I've got a small, just going to pull out my collage paper and hope I've got a little small thing I can experiment with. Mhm. Let's see, we need something with a bit of colour as well. Mhm. Oh, she's good. Mm, maybe I'll change my mind and we won't do that because otherwise I'm going to have two random faces on this page. Mm-mm-mm. What to do, what to do. I think I might leave it because I don't just want, yeah, it may still be a bit of white just under her face. Yeah, absolutely, Michelle. So normally the way we get around things like this is we put white underneath the focal image's face. But I mean, really, compared to my last time I tried to put a collage piece over Magicals, that's not too bad. And it also could have been maybe something just on the brush too, because if you look, it's really concentrated here and a little bit around the edges here. So all in all, I don't think it's a huge failure. Not so much. But anyway, we might move on. It does make her look like a warrior, doesn't it? Lucky it's one of the painting girls, right? I can blend all that in later. So I'll just chuck her to the side. Right. Let's bring back some tags that we worked on. These are the first two we did, aren't they? Really like that. God, that's gorgeous. Okay. So we've sealed it. We've put scribble sticks down. Now I want to put some paint over the top through a stencil. A different stencil, not the same one. Excuse me, Mr. Andrew Circles, you can go back in. And now let's, ooh, style. I think I want words. I think I want words, which is in a different folder. There we go. This one here is probably one of my most used stencils. Um, it's called Take a Chance, I believe, and it's just fantastic. All right. I don't think it's to do with it being sealed or not. I think it might be the see-throughness of the collage paper. Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. Maybe we'll have another look at it when it's a bit more dry. That is a really good point. Because, of course, I didn't put white underneath her. And that's why the rest of it's not green. See, Naomi, you're so clever. Maybe I was just panicking for no reason. All right, I'm going to go some purple because apparently I'm in a really purple mood tonight. And this is Iris. And we'll chuck some of this over the top. So again, the scribble stick's been at a stress. This would normally move it. So if I was using two colours that didn't play nicely together, I'd be making brown. And the scribble sticks haven't moved or changed the colour. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh, very good, very good. I think that's worked really well on that one. So if I bring it up closer, you can see the scribble sticks have not moved. Normally they would. Maybe let's just chuck a darker colour on there. No, darker, lighter. Got a lot of white in that background. I can put some stamping on it too. This is the part of the fun with experimenting, right? What am I going to create with that? Very good. All right, while I've got the purple out, let's go over to, that's pretty dry, our distress spray. Just checking the time, my goodness. I don't know how this hour always goes so fast. I feel like I've accomplished nothing really. Let's try it over this. So this is really dry. Rubbing it with my hand. Nothing's coming off. So let's see if we get any movement or color changing. Oh, looking pretty good. I think I need to use a white because the white you're definitely going to be able to tell, right? Because it will change the color to not white. Let's do that on the next one, which I think is still a bit wet. That one's still a bit too wet. Okay, this is one we did. That's still quite wet too, because it's winter, Tegan, and it's cold in here. They're both still wet. Oh, I know. We'll use this one and add some white dots. Some white paint dots. All right. So does anyone have any big plans for their Sunday? Oh, no, hold up. I actually think it's going to be rainy, rainy all day here. We might all be stuck inside, but that's okay. Lots and lots and lots of opportunities to do more experimenting and more crafting. So, you know, I'm okay with that as long as the kids leave me alone. White paint always changes the colours on magicals. Okay, that's our experiment then. There we go. We have our path forward, people, to really experiment this. All right, I can't open my gesso. Oh, goodness. Matt. Oh, God. Oh, there we go. Never mind, I got it. I have muscles. Just going to pull some white gesso out. I do normally prefer to use white gesso when I'm stamping for white because it does, it's a bit thicker. The white paint, the acrylic paints, they're a little bit thinner and you have to do more layers. So let's give this one some white dots and see if the white dots turn green or stay white. Oh, stay white. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. This is exciting. Well, they stayed white. They stayed white. Oh, Miss Dina Wakley. They're either even. This is probably one of my favourite product creators. They stayed white. Where's that magical page? Come over here, lovely. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see if that was just see through or bleed through. Up here. White paint pens always change. Okay, I'll grab a white paint pen too. No plans, both have colds. Oh dear. Definitely lots of rain, Emily. Oh, you'll be going to the footy field. Look, I can believe it. I absolutely can believe it. But you'll miss Thomas's game. It's hard, isn't it? I remember when Joey was still playing, like we had to be at dance and at football at the same time, and oh, it's so white. Look. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. Let's go. I'll concentrate here. Are you gonna stay white? I mean, look at that. I feel like we can pretty confidently say it works on magicals too, hey? I think you're right. I think it's just the transparency and some, you can still see some green brush strokes or something I did in that background. Look at that. It did not bleed through. Let's grab a white paint pen, like Naomi suggested, because she has said white paint pens always change colour on magicals. And I'll just do some, make sure I've actually got paint coming out of my paint pen. Need to get some more. Mm. Guess what? Sorry, I wasn't talking because I was concentrating. Look at that. It didn't change colour. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this means we can start using magicals more in our backgrounds and scribble sticks and watercolour and distress everything without worrying about it all moving around. That's exciting. What else haven't I tested yet? Oxide. Oxide. I'm going to have lots of dots. Now, it is going to change colour because guess what I just did? I picked up the I wanted this one. And now my gesso's got a bit of purple in it. So this is going to be purple, but it's not the gloss spray's fault. That is purely Tegan's fault. Goodness. I must be really tired tonight. Goodness me. All right. Trying to avoid the purple there. We're good. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Did not come out with a pink or purple vibe. It works on Distress Oxide, everyone. And I think the last thing I wanted to test was watercolor Stabilo. So this is absolutely a test. We'll go white again over the Stabilo and see if we get some sort of grey brown or if it all stays still. What do we think? Got a bit of grey black in there. It's also not really dry, so that could be part of the problem. If you look here, I mean, it's going to look grey anyway because it's a white going over a black, right? But it hasn't, if you look at this bottom circle here, it hasn't bled the Stabilo out around it. Or through this line, there's, I don't know if you can see the circles there, but the Stabilo hasn't bled. The gloss spray is excellent. Oh my goodness. The product we have all been waiting for and needed for so long. Let's give her some dotty hair. Boop, boop. Perfect. I'm sure there are other products out there that do a similar thing, like Mod Podge, for example. I know that's like a sealer sort of thing, but I have tried it in the past with Magicals. It's too thick. It stays on too thick, and because it's a sealer, it's more of a sealer. So that's why it's never been effective. But as far as experiments go, I think we've done really well tonight, except when I mixed up my sponges. Let me just get rid of some of this paint. Clean as I go. Try to. It's a lie. We all know it's a lie. So let's have a look at some of the things we've done. A couple of tags, no movement at all on these tags. I have to say, this is probably one of my new favorite products that I'll be using a lot. Clear Gloss by Dina Wakley, available at Natalie May Scrapbooking. And please also don't forget Nat's got the clearance on at the moment as we speak. Lots of things in the clearance bucket, some things for $10, some things for $4. Amazing bargains, don't miss out. But thank you so much for joining me tonight and having a play and an experiment. I've really enjoyed it. It's one of the things this process is one of the things I really get a kick out of, is learning how to do something new, how to work with a new medium. And who knows, this is all being tested on the same type of paper, right? So it might have a different result when you use something like a watercolor paper. It's always fun to experiment. I can't wait to see what you all create over the next little while. And I'm sure I'll catch up with you all soon. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. Bye.